I'm going to tell you about took place the morning of my 25th birthday. And I woke up that morning to the sound of my radio alarm going off. And Nat King Cole was singing the last bars of Unforgiven. And then the DJ came on and said, I hope your day is unforgiven. And I took that as a sign. I had not had a boyfriend. I had one boyfriend in a quarter of a century. And I hadn't been asked out on a proper date in years. But a few weeks earlier, I had run into a former classmate from high school. We'll call him Drew, because that's his name. And Drew had come up to me and asked me for my phone number, which never happened. And then he didn't call, which always happened. But he had tracked me down at work and emailed me there. And he had invited me out to breakfast on my birthday. He didn't know it was my birthday, but I thought it was an amazing way to start my 26th year. So I woke up without pressing snooze, which never happened, and I put on the cutest outfit that work would allow because I had to go to work afterwards, and drove to a restaurant in between our two places of employment. We'll call it La Pete because that's the name. And I was so nervous. But Drew seemed genuinely excited to see me. And thankfully, he was a talker. He talked and talked and talked. It got to the point where I was wishing that he would ask me a question about myself, and he did. He asked, where are you living? This was an unfortunate question because the answer was, in my parents' basement. And I told Drew, and I was really then wishing that he hadn't asked me a question, that he just kept on talking. But he didn't seem fazed. In fact, he seemed delighted. Turns out Drew was in real estate. And as he started asking me about my real estate dreams and telling me about places on the market, it dawned on me. This was not a date. This was a business meeting. Drew did not want to be my boyfriend. He wanted to be my realtor. I was mortified. Finally, our business meeting ended. We got up to pay, and I assumed since it was a business meeting that I would be paying for myself. But then Drew opened up his wallet, and it was completely empty. No cash, no cards. It reminded me of being a child and carrying around an empty purse just for fun. And so I paid for on my 25th birthday, which I know is a first world problem and not even a problem in the first world, but I mention it because later that week, I received, again at work, an envelope. And it was from Drew, and it's handwritten, and it was thick. And I, for a moment, had a glimmer of hope. I thought maybe it was a date. He's paying me back. But no, I opened up the envelope, and his business cards fell all over my desk. And the note asked me to pass them out to my friends in college. I did run into Drew several years later, one last time, and he said, I still owe you a breakfast. And I said, no. By then I had met my husband, Danny, who incidentally paid for our first meal together, which forever endeared him to me. The DJ that morning on the radio had hoped that my day would be unforgettable, and it was. In 2 decades, I have never forgotten who to call if I ever want to buy or sell a house.